No.
I keep thinking you want to go into Johnny Mac.
I do, kind of, a little bit.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm David, and we're here to talk about Amazing Race, not Big Brother.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
I miss Big Brother.
I do too.
Amazing Race, and
Yes.
it was amazing.
It was like a continuation from the last episode.
Right, they were still racing.
Yes. So it started with Team Texas has to decide who are they going to give the express pass to, and they
Right.
decide to give it to
Team Alabama!
Yes,
Which
James
just
Earl
seemed
and
like
Denise.
a fun fan favorite moment, probably.
And they were sort of like, well, let's give it to them. They are not really a threat, right?
Mhm.
That was sort of their.
And then I think they said that they like got along with them or
Yeah,
whatever. They're
yeah.
good people and not a threat.
They're
That makes
Southerners,
sense.
you know. I guess they
That's
feel
right.
that bond.
Southern states.
Yeah.
So they were actually were right behind them though. They were the
Mhm.
third team at that point.
But
and
they didn't
so-
really know that, right? Team Texas.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But so Team Alabama was like, ah!
Yeah, they were ecstatic.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. That
So
was
they
exciting.
run off, and their first clue that Phil gives them
Mm-hmm.
tells them to go to the Zambezi River. Is that right? Yes, it is.
Correct us if we're wrong.
That's the river. So it's the very first challenge ever on Amazing Race Season 1.
Right.
And they have to like jump, do a zip line into this massive gorge. Which,
Yes, it's not really a zip line.
yeah, you just said
You just like
jumping.
it's a drop. It's
Yeah.
just you're on a cord. and
I
you
thought
just
they were
drop.
going to hit the side of the cliff, most of them.
It looked.
They were like tumbling head
so
over feet.
terrifying. There's
Yeah.
no way I would do that.
Well, here's my question, Sarah Atwood Sarine. You were so excited about the Victoria Falls thing before. Why wouldn't you jump into a gorge?
I love heights. I love speed. But if you make my stomach drop,
Oh,
no,
not into it.
No, I will not do it. I won't jump out of an airplane. I won't bungee jump. I won't do anything that is like free falling.
Yeah. So what would you have done if you got the clue that said, who wants to gorge themselves? And you're like, well, I'll eat a ton of food.
Right.
And then they're like,
That's
jump into the
thing.
gorge.
It's confusing because I'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll eat anything, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what terrifies me about this show. As
Yeah.
much as I'd love to go on it, it's moments like that where I don't know, whoever I was with would have to like do a major pep talk with me
Yeah.
and be like, girl, you are going over that cliff.
Right.
Because I'd want to be like, nope, never mind.
So you're like Tanner, because remember Tanner was
Yes.
like, I don't know what we would do if this were me. We'd probably be going home right now because I would not be jumping into that gorge.
Yeah, if you mess up, but I thought that was interesting because a lot of seasons that does happen where the person is like, oh wait, no, the
Yeah.
other person was gonna do all things that had to do with height or whatever.
Right.
But no one, every single person who got it this episode was like, yeah,
Yeah, ready to go.
Ooh, makes me so nervous.
Yeah. So anyway, they're jumping into this gorge and then, you know, slowly teams are like finishing
teams are
their
coming.
croquet and their giraffe statues and all that stuff. So everybody's like making it through and Phil's giving everybody their clues. Well, everything's going fine for the most part with the gorge jump until Chack Attack and the paparazzi show up to the roadblock.
Yes. For some reason, when they got there, they quickly read their clue, jumped back in their taxi, and tried to go to another location.
Right, which never really happens with a roadblock, right? Like when you get to the
Right.
roadblock,
It's
it's
there.
there.
And so they were confused, frantic, whatever.
Yeah, you get turned around.
But so they're both in a car. Paparazzi's behind Shack Attack going, I don't know, just follow that car.
Yeah, right.
Shack Attack's taxi eventually is like, oh no, that location
Yeah,
is
he's
where
like,
we
that
started.
was it. Yeah.
So they turn around. Paparazzi's like, oh my God, are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
but paparazzi literally has no idea what's going on, and
Oh,
they just
yeah.
keep saying, just follow them. Like,
Yeah.
wherever they're going,
They're not
let's
thinking
follow
things
them.
through. They're just in such a hurry.
Yeah, they're like in
which
survival mode.
obviously makes you make mistakes.
Mhm.
So both teams get to the gorge last.
Yes, because at this point, the track stars and the cheerleaders who were behind them have bypassed them.
Right.
And the track stars, like, realize it right away. They're like, like, those people drove away, but, like, they
Right.
were supposed to go here. Like, we just passed them. This is so great.
And obviously this is not a challenge that you could pass someone. Like you have to wait in line.
Yeah.
If you're last to show up, you will be jumping last.
Yes. So the paparazzi realize what's happened by
Mm-hmm.
the time they figure everything out and get back to the roadblock. And they're like, we're last. we are so stupid. And they have like a full-on meltdown.
They like beat each other up.
Oh
I mean,
my gosh,
we've already
nonstop.
seen that they're kind of negative
Yeah.
people, but
This is the next level.
boy.
Yeah.
So they're beating themselves up. People cycle through.
Yes.
Then
Yes,
they get
have
to the detour.
Yes, right. So then they have to either do the canoeing thing
Mm-hmm.
with like alligators and hippos in the water.
Which I'm from Florida. I'm like, I canoe and swim with
Really?
alligators all the time. That would have no effect on me whatsoever.
You seriously wouldn't be
Hippos,
worried?
however, are terrifying.
Because the hippos can like bite you in half.
Hippos kill their babies. They're not
And
nice.
I think hippos like notoriously kill a lot of people every
Well,
year, like
and they're
annually.
big, yeah. They're just like, I'll just kill whatever.
Right.
So yeah, that part I would have been scared about, but
Yeah.
like, I will get in with alligators, no problem.
Yeah. So then the other option is to feed alligators through like a cage.
Again, I'm like, fine,
Yeah.
throw me in a cage
Yeah.
and feed an alligator.
Right. Now, I think the only two teams to do the canoeing thing are the Green Team and Team Texas.
Yes, which I loved watching Team Texas canoe.
Yes.
That was the best thing ever.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't know that you have to synchronize?
Yeah, and they were so confident going in. They were like, we got the upper
We
body
got it,
strength. Like, we
got
got
it.
this.
And they do.
But they were not together, so they
Like,
failed.
never once were they like, with me. They were both
Yeah.
like, why aren't we going?
Keep paddling! Yeah. And meanwhile, Justin and Diana, Green Team,
They're
are like,
row, row,
yeah.
row.
And she like rode crew in college or something, so they just like speed right along.
Day
and
at
then
the
they
park.
have to like lift, like Justin has to lift Diana up into this tree to get the
Oh,
clue
yeah.
out of a nest, and then they have to go to their next task. But those are the only two teams who chose the
Yeah,
canoe
everyone
thing.
else wanted to dive with alligators.
Well, and the thing with the alligators was, it's like the zip line into the gorge. You wait in line.
Right,
you
right,
can't. No two teams are going at the same time. Like you just have to wait for the team in front of you to get done. So then, when the paparazzi get to the alligator thing,
oh,
another
my
meltdown.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Such an extreme meltdown that Chris was like, we gotta go, we gotta leave. Oh my God. He's
Everybody's
like-
here. Everybody's doing this one. We have to go do the other thing.
They were wearing you have to change into wetsuits.
Yeah.
They changed out of the wetsuits.
Yes.
And then they were like, oh, we should stay.
And Logan's like, just tell me what to do. Like, I already told you, I don't want to go do this other detour because we're in line to do the crocodile thing. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Just tell me what to do. And I really did start to feel bad for Logan because I was like, wow, Chris must be like this all the time, and that's why she's such a nasty person to him.
I guess maybe I thought she was a miserable person, but I think they're both miserable
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And they mentioned, they were like, this is what happens when celebrities are out and
Oh,
we
yeah.
freak out trying to figure out where to shoot them. I'm like, you guys do this on a regular basis?
Yeah. Also, did you
This is your
catch?
job?
Yeah, and they've been together for 6 years. I was like, whoa, you've been doing this for 6 years?
By the end of it, though, I realized they both acknowledge this.
Yeah.
And somehow exist with
Yeah,
it.
so that must just
That's
work
just
for
their,
them.
yeah, that's just their thing. They
Yeah.
know it. They say they want to work on it,
Right.
even though they're not.
They don't know how to work on it.
And so I guess that's
It
it.
is stressful to watch, though.
Oh my gosh, I certainly don't want to travel with these people.
No, definitely not. So ultimately, they decide to stay at the alligator park.
Pause. My necklace is messed up. Okay, please continue.
Yes, so ultimately, they decide to stay at the alligator park and wait in line to feed the alligators. And
Ultimately, they realize leaving is dumb.
dumb.
What, are you going to waste some more time
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
another thing?
Yeah.
That's never the answer.
Right.
Anyway.
So after every team finishes the detour, the next clue takes them to this lion
Like
preserve.
wildlife preserve,
thing
yeah.
where they have to like walk with lions, and it's
That
this whole
was
thing where they're
so cool.
that was really cool and also pretty tense because
Yes.
like those lions could switch on you in a minute.
And they did. They showed a couple times where the lion. Well, so they're walking with the lions through this preserve,
The- right,
the land,
the desert.
the Africa.
Yeah.
They said, make sure you look at the
Yes.
lion, like be
Which
authoritative,
would not be my instinct.
but keep quiet. Right.
yeah, I
You're
wouldn't
like,
want to
"I'm
look at
not
those.
here."
Yeah, right. But I
Don't
guess you have to
worry
like
about me.
establish like
Right.
we're in this together.
Yeah, but be quiet.
Uh-huh.
Where I was like, Denise, don't get out of control, lady.
Well, and remember, Denise and James Earl had to change clothes because they were in like too loud
Bright
of
pink,
colors.
right. Yep.
And James Earl was like, "Thank God we brought other colors because like we would have gotten
Gonna be eaten by lions."
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the lion was like, "Oh wait, who are you?" and come after. Those guide people like stepped in.
They like put their hands in the lion's face.
I was like, okay, did the guide people get paid extra money? Were they like,
Seriously.
we can't have any of these people get eaten, so you have to get eaten first.
Right. Yeah.
Ugh. Bonus money if you get eaten? Like
Right.
what? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
about
that did seem like that would be such a cool, like once in a lifetime
That's just
experience.
a walk and it's like be
Yeah.
calm. But so like while you're being calm, you're looking for a skull that has a clue.
Right, which it says in the clue when they got to the lion place, look for a skull while you're on the walk with the lions.
And what do we know about Amazing Race? You always read the clue.
Yeah.
I think that's the first rule of Amazing Race.
That's what I've learned so far in the episodes we've seen.
Who didn't read the clue?
Well, those track stars who just are always a day late and a dollar short. Like they just never quite have it all there.
Yeah.
So first of all, after they get done with the crocodile thing, they run to the lion place.
Oh, right.
But the lion place is like right next to
The pit stop.
the pit stop. And so they see these people, the other teams at the pit stop, and you have to like balance bowls of fruit on your head. So they just see these other teams doing this and they run and they start to balance the fruit on their head, even though they do not have a clue that tells them to go there.
Right.
So they immediately
Just
start doing
doing
this.
a random
Yeah.
thing.
And like basically Phil had to jump in and be like, you guys didn't.
Right, they
You're
get to
not
the
here
mat
yet.
and they're like, wait, we shouldn't be at the pit stop.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Run back. Okay, so you just wasted that time.
Yeah.
Then they get to the preserve.
And they don't read the clue.
Don't read the clue. They go on the lovely walk with the lions, and not once did they look for the skull.
No, they had no idea they were even supposed to look for
Right.
the skull.
They get back and they're like, wait, so what do we do next? Oh, you didn't see anything? Let's read the clue.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to look for a skull? I saw a skull.
Yeah, and the guy's like, well, now you have to wait
have to
until
wait.
all the other teams are back. So now the track stars are back in last place.
They're literally waiting for the other teams to finish so that
Yeah.
they can go do that again.
Yeah.
How frustrating is that?
My God.
Ugh.
So then all the other teams pass them, and all the other teams, see the skull. They all know they're supposed to look for a skull. So the paparazzi pass them.
Paparazzi have been beating themselves up this entire episode. They've been in the end, the last place this
Yeah.
whole time.
Uh-huh.
And then they come out, they're last place, they think. They come out and they see that the track stars have to go and do it again.
And
they're
they're
like,
elated.
"Oh, what?"
Yeah, right. They're like, oh, they messed up. They didn't see the clue. Like, we have to go, go.
Which is rule number 2. Don't ever give up
Yes, right?
because you never know what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
and they did sort of have that attitude, which I was kind of impressed by. Like, Logan was like, it's not over till it's over. Like, we just have to keep going.
They worked really hard
Which-
to get to that point.
Yeah, they did. They went through a lot to get there. But yeah, and that's true. Like, you just never know what can happen on the Amazing
Yeah.
Race. Like, you
People
think
mess
you're
up all the
out,
time.
and then somebody else F's up bigger than you did.
So now we're at this last pit stop thing,
Mm-hmm.
which instead of running to the mat like usual, they have to carry bowls of fruit on their
Which
heads.
was so interesting because they're
Right?
it's like the slowest race to the pit stop mat of all time.
Right, and that's hard. Obviously, like fruit's falling off, and they have
Uh-huh.
to stop and wait and go and
Yeah,
wait. Yeah,
right. And it's like, it's sort of down, according to the editing, it's down to Track Attack, Paparazzi, and Track Stars. And again, I think it was sort of a similar case like with the dancers where we never really expected
Yeah.
the dancers to catch up. It was
Good
kind of like,
editing.
the Track Stars are just out. Like, they're not even close behind all these folks.
But we should say who came in first place.
James Earl and Denise, Team Alabama.
Team Alabama gets
And
their
good
first
for them.
win.
Yes.
Yes.
Because they used their express pass
Right.
away.
So here's my question. I mean, I'm super excited that Team Alabama gets a first
Yes.
place win.
Yeah, thrilled.
They get to now start at the front of the pack. The next episode.
Right.
But an express pass is supposed to be when you're like kind of in danger, or it's like it's gonna save you.
That's what I would think.
So I was kind of shocked that they used it immediately. They
Yeah.
were so excited to get it, and then they were like, "Let's use it.
Yeah,
Let's
and
be first."
but they were in third place. They were in pretty good standing. They
Right.
weren't
Something
really struggling
would
at
have
all.
had to gone really, really wrong for them to fall back so much that they were in danger this week.
Yeah,
So I made me think, because I was like, save that. Now when you are in danger, you're not going to have that, and you could have.
yeah,
But on the other hand, they're first place. They'll start
Right.
first. It'll be harder to fall back.
right.
I see both sides.
It's tough, but I think part of the reason they used it was James Earl said this, I think, at the end of the episode. He was like, we just had a really tough week last week, and so it feels so good to finish in first place. So I think maybe their conception of how things went the previous week was they were a lot harder on themselves than I think they should have been, because I think they finished the previous week in like 4th place or something.
They fought a lot though, so it probably felt worse than it was.
So they probably were just like, we need this to be an easy, smooth sailing week. So it probably did a lot for their like mental game.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, they did have a whole leg without any fighting.
Yeah, they did.
They were so happy.
Right, sunshine and rainbows on that team.
So I hope that they stay in the front of the pack for a while. I hope it's worth it.
Me too.
It makes
I like
me
them
nervous.
a lot.
I want them, I don't know. So they were first. Green team second.
Yep.
Texas,
Team Texas
third.
And then it was the reporters 4th.
Reporters have been doing strong in that sort of early middle of the pack. They're slow and steady.
Yeah.
And then so bringing up the rear were, like you
cheerleaders.
said. Well, cheerleaders, then
Shack Attack, and
Paparazzi, and then the track stars really brought up the rear.
Yeah. And honestly, it was time for them to go.
Clearly,
I really think it was their week.
If you're on this show and you're not reading clues, get the heck out of here.
Right. And they literally I've liked them.
Yeah,
I've been a vocal fan of theirs since the beginning. But just week after week, seeing them get turned around and make careless mistakes, it's like, I guess you gotta go.
Yeah, it's a shame because they're athletic.
Yeah.
You gotta think things through. You
gotta read those clues.
But it was interesting, at this point I kind of wanted the paparazzi to go because they were just like a mess.
I was kind of thrilled because I thought ooh, finally, I'm not gonna have to listen to them beat up on each other all the time.
But this is a second chance for them, and I hope that sort of gets in their brain.
Honestly, we gotta
communicate,
change something.
Read the clues, take a breath, communicate, and think things through.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's why the reporters are doing so well.
Yeah.
They are enjoying themselves.
Yeah. And Green Team.
Yeah. Well, for sure, but they're really strong competitors.
Yeah, true. We'll see where they go next week.
Yes, and I'd love to hear your opinion on using the Express Pass.
Yes.
And who you're rooting for. Who do you think's the next to go?
Yeah. Who is it? I think the paparazzi still have a little more in them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't believe the cheerleaders are still there.
That's who I think is next to go.
Because
I think they got super lucky.
I feel like they've gotten lucky a couple times.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the track stars.
Oh yeah, how long is that going to last?
TikTok, you're not going to be in this game forever.
Yeah. But they're fun. They don't annoy me like I thought they might.
Totally.
They're
pretty positive
girls.
generally, which is more fun to watch than people tearing each other down the entire episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next week. Give us a like and a subscribe.
All of that good stuff.